Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Monia Gates. I'm the artist behind Color My Dreams. Nice to see so many of you here. Today, first we're going to discuss the light source. In this image, there's two light sources. You've got a cooler light from the top, and you have a warm light, like a stage light for the puppet itself. So I'm going to play around with two light sources. So the cooler light source will be white, and you have a yellow light source, like a spotlight that would be on the puppet at the end. And also I've given her white makeup so that the lights will reflect, and also there's different colors, tones, and how it will change in the darker areas. For example, in this corner you will use different colors to this eye and then this section, and then here the reds will also change. For example, here is purple and then to maroony color, and here's maroony, and then here is a brighter red. So even though it's one color going through the eye, it is the reds change color because of the light source. So let's start. Hello Anne, welcome. Hi Loretta. Hi Mom. So first of all, we need to add in our lightest light sections of the face. So first color I'm using is white, PC938. So you will have light on her nose. Can everyone hear me okay and see okay? Hi Paula, welcome. Now the white here, I'm not putting right on the edge, because remember in this one we have a yellow light thin reflection on the face itself before we get to the lighter section. So I'm leaving a little space to add the yellow. Now I'm just lightly adding some white to this section. Because I want the white, the lightness of the white to shine through. Hi Lizzie, welcome. On the hand, if you look at the hand bones, we need to add in here, in the way that she's holding, you will see the bumps going all the way to the top. So to keep the light, I'm adding white because this is the lightest section of this hand. And also add white to the folds that the hand is making here. And then there will be a slight light reflection on this finger, here and here. Now, because the way that she's holding the puppet, there will also be some light that's shining through from underneath the hand. So you need to add the light here. Next, I'm going to do a mid-tone blue. I'm going to go to warm the blues up. I'm going to do use muted turquoise PC1088. So now I'm basically just do where the shadows will be, but slightly over. And it's with a light hand. So where the shadows are, I'm just going to add a little bit more than where the midtones are. thank you so much, Laura. Hi, Terry. Welcome. So this side of the face will be in shadow. So you will have shadows and darker tones of the same color. And here you will have a shadow under the nose. On this side of this thing on the upper lip. Oh, thank you, Paula. And I'm basically covering the hand where the warm um, light won't fall and where the white light won't fall. Oh yes, Laura, I've also seen all the Queen Grimildas. They look gorgeous. All of them. Well done to everybody that's colored one. They all look amazing. Hi, Emily. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Okay, so that's basically the cooler tones and the shadow area done as underlayer. Now I just need to do where all the warmer lights will fall with yellow. So next is Canary Yellow PC916. So basically, because the warm light is shining from below onto the puppet, it will be catching some parts of the face and the bottom fingers. Hi, Patrice. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Hi, Lolo. Now the corner of the white of the eye will also catch some of the yellow. And I've given her some creepy yellowy greeny eyes. So I'm just adding in some yellow. Okay, so now we can start coloring. That's our underlayer. These colors will start shining through as we carry on. Let's start with the hand. Next is uh, first up is Cadmium Orange U PC118. So as you can see, I'm not covering all the yellow completely. You still need to leave some of the yellow in certain areas. Let me first try and zoom in on the hand so that you can see what I'm doing first. Okay, is that better? Thank you so much, Anne and Paula. Yes, you're quite right, Loretta. Next is Aquamarine PC905. Now I'm adding this to, again, the shadow that's at the shadows has shadows in them, and for it not to go flat you need to add different tones to it, and this is a greeny tone that will brighten it up. Let me see if I can get the lights brighter here. Is this better? Every time I zoom in it seems to go darker for some reason. Wait, I have a shadow on my hand. We'll have to get more lights. Maybe I'll have to set up the Christmas tree here with just white lights. Hi, Sherry. Welcome, Sherry. Nice to see you here. You're welcome, Sherry. But now, this warmer blue tones I'm not adding to the top of the hand because I want to keep the shadow on top of the hand cooler. And this color will warm up the shadow. So you've got warmer shadows here than would be at the top. Now I'm just moving on to the face. So I'm still using the same color because I'm using the same type of tones. So that's why I'm coloring both at the same time. Okay, Sherry, basically what I explained is I've used different tones. So for example, there's or the light source is from the bottom is warm and the light source from the top is cooler. So you have two light sources. So you have warmer tones at the bottom and cooler tones at the top. Then the color will also change. You will have different colors on this eye than to this eye. Even though she's got a red line of makeup on the face, here it will be like purple to maroony colors fading in. On the higher section of the face, it will be brighter. And then here is your maroon tones all the way through to orange. So it's not one color all the way through. And also the tip of the nose, there will have be yellow, orange to red to maroon. And for example there, it will be more of your maroons and this side will be purples. And then we just did the underlayer that will shine through, and now I'm just carrying on warming um, warming the shadows with this Aquamarine PC905. No problem. Do you have ghouls and goblins at home? Right. Hi, Tammy. Welcome. When is the actual Halloween where you dress up and all that? Halloween is not as big in South Africa, but it would be interesting to know. No problem, Tammy. Oh, wonderful. So we will see some interesting pics on Facebook after the 31st. Okay, now we're moving over to no problem, Ruthie. You're welcome. Next is hold on a second. Next is Peacock Blue. PC1027. So now I'm still darkening all the shadows. So now you'll see that I'm covering some of the white with this blue. And that is just to give it more definition to the shadow so that you get more of a glow on the lightest section. So here I'm covering the white line that we have. The same here. And to make the glow here pop, you need to add a shadow right next to it. Yes, this image is, there's quite dark shadows on the hand because these front parts are very, very dark. Bam, my favorite white paper is El Toro, the 240 grams. But I'm not sure if you can get them everywhere. But it's a brilliant paper to use. Now I'm just going in between the hairs on her forehead to get a shadow in there. And this is medium to hard pressure. Oops. Let me just move it down a bit. And now I'm lightening the pressure again. Okay, that's it for that color. Next is indigo blue. Hi Jane, welcome. So now you are filling in your darkest areas and darkening it. So if you look at the fingers, then you'll see that your darkest area will be in the middle of the shadow, in this case. And then on this finger, it's just before the light on the knuckle. And on the side where the light will catch. Good night, Andrea. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. And I'll add some darkness to the thumb. Now I'm moving over to the face. Hi, Color and Chat with Jonah. Yes, very scary, Jonah. Hi, Rain. And we're slowly building up more layers. Next up is Cobalt Turquoise PC105 again. Now I just want to add the warmness to the hand some more because after we've done the indigo, we lost quite a bit of the warmth in the shadow. So not too much, just right on the edges of the indigo blue. I'm basically just shading it into our previous colors. Next is Light Aqua PC992. Is it better, Anne? Now the light aqua, I'm basically filling in where we've left blank spaces. So you'll see that the shadow will create a glowing rounded shape with the aqua. Good morning, Jane. Or Janine. Sorry, Janine. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Is she nosy now, Loretta? Now moving over to the face, we also need to add some aqua there. We'll play around with the lights and the darks. This is just a base color. Okay, so before we carry on now, I need to add the makeup. before we darken it too much for you to add the makeup. So I will use I'm using Raspberry PC1030. So I'm just drawing the triangles. Then for it to go through the eye, I can somewhat darken those. And now what I also need to draw, it goes from the mouth corner, go off the face and comes back again. And on this side, and then back to the mouth corner again, like a clown. And then while you're here, I'll just do the lips. And then with the same color, we do the eye makeup because she's got red around her eyes. We'll give it more shape with the other colors later. And here I'm darkening it with this raspberry till about there, because from here you will need brighter um, reds to fill in. Then also just color the lips. Yes, Tammy, so true. Oh, I forgot the nose. Let's do the nose shape. The shape on the nose, let me just bring you a little bit closer again. Let's just see if you're close enough. There we go. You will have a line, but it's slightly arched like that. Even though it is a straight line on the nose, because of the nose shape, it will be slightly shaped. And on this nose wing, it will be like that. Nostril, it will be like that. And it will be dark at the top, and much darker here. And this one will be darkened here. We'll get the shape just now. Okay, let's just zoom out again. Okay, so let's finish the hand. Let me zoom you closer for the hand, and then we can move over to the face. Okay, first I'm going to use French Grey PC1076. Hi Dorothy, welcome. Nice to see you here. Good night, Patrice. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it a lot. So now, just to accentuate the shadows on the hand in the lighter section. I'm giving slight definition to the fingers in the light area. and extending the shadow on this one. Thank you, Dorothy. Next is blue sky blue light. So now I'm covering my white first because I want the light areas to cool down completely. And also cover the shadow here in the back because it will be a light shadow. Yes, she's been playing with the Smurfs. What is that witch's name? Gargamel. It's Gargamel's sister. Now you need to bring in the light back into this knuckle, and I'm extending it here. So now I move over to my brighter section. Need my orange. Next is orange PC918. So now I'm just giving more definition to the lightest section of the warm light. Now the orange is a complementary color to the blue, so that will make the blue pop. By using complementary colors together in an image, even if it's just a little bit, it gives you more of an image that stands out. And if you have special focus points, to use complementary colors in the focus points, that is a really good thing that will make it stand out more. Next up is Spanish Orange PC1003. Next up is Sienna Brown PC945. Now I'm just adding a little bit of brown to make the blues not as blue, basically. And also because it's a warm light that is, so it's in a shadow area, but it will still pick up some of the warmth of the bottom light. So that's why we add more of the brown. So you need to warm it up a little. Okay, next I'm going to do the nails. And I've decided on red nail polish. So first is Raspberry PC1030. So you go in the half moon in the back, and then only on the one side, halfway, then I'm going to use Scarlet Lake PC923. Yes, these ones are cleaner. At least she's got nail polish on, and they cut better than Grimilda's. So right next to this, I'm adding the warmer red. Yeah, went to for a manicure. Then Poppy Red PC922 right next to it. I think she saw Grimilda's nails and thought, no ways, I need to go for a manicure. Next is Blue Lake PC1102. Now the blue we need to add in the shadow area. So on the further side, there where I've left that little white mark, that is my point so that I can see. Oops. All right. I'm just sharpening my pencil. And now on the further side, I'm going to use Sunburst Yellow. Because the light will catch the red. So that's why you have the different colors. So the blue cools it down on the one side where the shadow is. So next is PC901 Indigo Blue. Now just to shape the nail, I'm just going all around with the Indigo Blue and on the shadow side. And now for a little bit of highlights on the hand, I'm using Cloud Blue PC1023. So here on the knuckle, we need a highlight. And here. And we need some distinction there. Let me just back to Indigo Blue PC901. Now I want to add pale sage to the top section here, and you'll see that it will give a glow to the light white light. So Pale Sage 1089. And lastly, white PC938. Now the white is just on the very highest and the parts that will catch the most light. Thank you so much, Paula. Okay, so the hand is done. Now let's move over to the face. So let's start with the eyes. No, not really. They will be different colors, Sherry. So let's just get a little bit closer. Okay, so now I need to bring in some of the highlights. So first I'm going to use Cloud Blue PC1023. Okay, I think we need warmer tones. So let's go for Eggshell. PC140. You are all very quiet. Next is Blue Lake PC1102. So I'm cooling it down before we'll warm her up again. And I'm holding it further back so my pressure is lighter. So I'm holding my pencil further back and flat. So just making sure that it's a light layer and not too thick or too heavy-handed. You can, Anne. Definitely. This is not a difficult one to do. Next is Yellow PC916. I'm just needing to add more yellow to warm it up. Lizzie, the reason why I'm cooling it down is because the shadows is really in the cooler section of the see, in the beginning I said there's two light sources. You've got the warm light and the cool light from the top. So because most of the shadows is in the top section of a face, so that will be cooler tones and you will have warmer tones in the bottom. Next is Scarlet Lake PC923. So I'm just extending this red line to here and on her cheek. Sherry, you will definitely be great doing it. You must just go for it. This is Dahlia Purple PC1009. So on this side, see it because it's cooler on this side of the face, you will have Dahlia Purple as the line. I'm also covering her eye makeup on the cooler side with the purple. It's a cool shadow. It's a brilliant question. Thank you for asking, Lizzie. Now on this side, I'm going to use the Dahlia purple only to shape. So I won't cover all the raspberry that we've added. So to shape it, there will be a slight shadow here where the brow is. So I'm putting Dahlia purple there. And then on the eyelid, and right here before the eyeliner, black eyeliner will be, I'm just darkening it a bit. And then again here where the bottom lid is, I'm also just adding some Dahlia purple to give it a little bit definition. Here in the corner of the nose. And the lips the same. Now let's just do the eyelids. Blue Lake PC140. Okay, so now I'm just adding some blue here. Next is Light Aqua PC992. Now the light aqua makes a big difference on the blues. And as you can see, I'm almost covering the eyebrows completely because it's easier to draw over already colored section, the eyebrows, so that there's no white bits shining through, because you don't want little white or paper bits shining through when doing the eyebrows. So to get it more like a realistic eyebrow effect, you need to basically cover the bottom. Yes, Sherry, you are right. Next is Peacock Blue. I don't know who's snoring harder, my dog or my husband. Next is Cobalt Turquoise PC105. He's in the room. Loretta, it normally takes, uh, it depends. Sometimes I will play around and play around till I get the right colors. Um, but most of the time I just start and then I just color and it will work out. But sometimes it takes longer. Like the one that I did for the patrons, it takes longer. That one took me a while because it's not really something that I normally would color, and it's a moonlit portrait, but it's got different colors that you don't normally do, and that one, it will take up to a day to work out all the colors because you need to write all of them down. Otherwise, you won't remember what colors you used. Next up is Aquamarine. Yes, look, I I normally write them, no, not as I go, but I put all of them aside and then once I'm done, then I would write all of the colors down to make sure that I take them out when I color. And then you must also remember what color you use to wear because I color the images twice. Are you welcome, Anne? Next is Mediterranean Blue PC1022. See, now I'm using a cooler blue again. Next is Jade Green PC1021. So now I'm just bringing back the highlight and shading it in a bit. Thank you, Nana. I think it's all we'll have time for tonight. But we'll carry on with her next week. I'll finish the face and then we'll move over to the hair and the lips, of course. Let's quickly do a giveaway because I'm almost starting the Patreon stream. You can choose a number between 1 and 100. You can go now. Is all the numbers in? The lucky number is 79. Bye, Ruthie. Thank you for being here. So the lucky number is 79. It's the closest number to the number. It doesn't matter. Over or under, the closest to the number. Oh, Rain and Michelle is both 84. Okay, so it's Rain and Michelle. Rain, you and Michelle can both um, send me a PM with what you would like from my Etsy shop. And congratulations to both of you. Bye bye, and see some of you just now. Bye bye. Have a lovely day or evening or morning. You're welcome.